So Chinese New Year fell on the 1st of February in 2022, but unfortunately as a medical student in 3rd year and on GP placement, I was unfortunately unable to celebrate Chinese New Year on the day it fell on. So instead, I invited my sister the day after, which is Wednesday the 2nd of February, over to my place, and we decided to celebrate Chinese New Year together. So the night before, I was able to prepare one of my favorite desserts, and that's a lemon cheesecake. Thank goodness I prepared this the day before, because the dinner the following day took so much longer than I expected it to be. Now that the crust is done, we move on to making the filling for the cheesecake. Lemon cheesecake is one of my favorite desserts, and I would always make it for any celebrations, be it birthdays or Christmas. I love cheesecake. Comment down below, what is your favorite dessert? After it goes into the oven, we leave it in the fridge overnight, and the next day I was able to make the lemon curd on top. So I have enough space in this bowl. Yeah. So it gives it its lovely yellow color.
Yeah. Oh, it looks beautiful. So I thought it was the yolk that made it that color.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, so we didn't use the whites, we used the yolk.
Yeah.
Ah.
So
there was a bit of yolk in that. A bit of whites in it.
That's okay. It's just for the color.
Yum.
So pour it back into the pan. Make sure I'm not losing any of it. Okay. And then we're going to put it back onto the stove.
Okay. Back on the stove.
Until it thickens.
Look at this angle. It feels like you're cooking. This is like, it feels like, watch it to feel like you're cooking. To feel less lazy. Look at her go.
Yeah. Dough for the dumplings. I don't really measure.
How much?
And then a pinch of salt.
A pinch of salt.
2 pinches of salt.
2 pinches of salt.
And then sort of put an egg in there. Just for protein.
Look at you go. What pro?
And warm water and
Some. Oh, we got to. You're doing
so this is the Asian way of doing it.
Did you wash your hands?
I do.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Wait. Look at her. So hardworking. So amazing.
The amount of work that actually goes into making weird and actually
Too much.
and it's usually one person, like is the controller
Yeah.
or the person that cooks it.
Is that you?
Nope. I don't cook.
You don't?
No. I'm a horrible cook.
You are?
Probably not a horrible cook, but like I'm not experienced. Like I don't actually know how to cook. I kind of like just throw everything in and look to the left.
Yeah. But my dad seasons the dumpling. It's pork, so like it would be nice because he seasons it.
Did you like cook and you got some cook?
Yeah, my mom and dad both cook, but my dad is the person that cooks more. Yeah. Yeah, get some elbow grease into that one, why? Yeah, get in there. I'm not gonna help. I don't want
Give you
that.
moral support.
I'm here for moral support.
Moral support only.
This is me at home. Like, I don't do the cooking. I don't help with the dumpling.
Oh, she never helps.
I do the washing up.
We'll see in a minute. She probably kind of.
I'm not doing it here. Well, I'm a guest.
It'll take me about 2 hours if I have to do it by myself now.
Yeah, you
You
better.
won't eat.
I'm kidding. I am filming here. You're working non-stop.
You're not paying it.
Yes, not exactly.
What's the point of the one
It's not free labor.
Exactly.
unconditional love?
And free labor. Wow. I don't think I signed up to that. No, I signed up to love and help and equal respect, you know, and to eat.
I don't understand how people could like kind of clean the bowl of the dough.
Maybe it's like the egg. Maybe. Alright. Tell me your secret to being so beautiful.
I think I was born with it.
Oh, really?
Secret.
No
Just
secret, just
natural.
natural?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I thought I could learn something from you. But I guess some people are just born with it.
I think that's done, and then I'm just gonna. I don't know if that's enough actually.
Really? Why don't you use your brain? Why don't you use your brain
I don't know.
and figure it out?
Usually I get a bigger lump.
That's me.
My brain's not configuring.
You'll figure it out, Laura. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll do that.
You can have it. I'll eat it. Free food, I'll take it. Look at her working hard.
You could put yeast in it for extra rice or no?
Why? Oh, okay.
And just rice by itself?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't, guys.
I don't know.
Like more tender or something. I don't know. As you can tell, we're very, very accurate.
I really don't know if the dough for dumplings is supposed to rise and if we have to put yeast in it. So if anyone out there knows the answer to that, please comment down below and tell us. So on the 2nd of February, the day that we decided to celebrate our Chinese New Year,
I had to go into the hospital very early to get an excess badge. And then after that we had a 2 hours lecture. It was supposed to be an online lecture, but I stayed in the hospital for that, and it was about communication with patients, with people you're working with in the GP setting, so general practice. And then after that we had a break. I think the break was half an hour, and then we had an in-person small group tutorial that lasted about an hour. And finally, I was able to go and collect my sister at the railway station at about 3 p.m. And we came back to the house and started cooking our Chinese New Year dinner. So normally what happens on Chinese New Year is the whole family gets together. So your aunts, uncles, cousins and all gather together, and Chinese New Year starts very early. When they gather, there'll be like music, there'll be food, and then they'll be giving out of red packets and loads of wishes and blessings.
however, as a medical student in Ireland, I wasn't able to do that. It's just a pity that there's no national holiday for Chinese New Year in Ireland. So this year is the Year of the Tiger, and you might have noticed that the years of the Chinese lunar calendar is named by animals. But did you know how that came about? So there's a story that I was told as a child about how that came about. If I remembered correctly, the Jade Emperor, which is the ruler of all gods, wanted to come up with a way to measure time, and he believed that humans and animals always had a great relationship, so he decided to name the years of the calendar after animals. But how did he decide which animals to name it after? Right, he organized a race between the animals to cross the Heavenly River and reach the Heavenly Gates, and whoever wins gets a place on the calendar. All the animals then heard the news and were all excited to compete. The rat and the cat, who were really good friends at the time, decided to wake up early the next morning and get an early start. However, they realized that they are at a disadvantage compared to other animals, as they were small in size and because they couldn't swim. The kind ox who was passing by heard their worries and offered to help them by allowing them to ride on his back across the river. The next day, so they started early and they were traversing the river when the cunning rat wanted to win first place, pushed the cat into the river. As the ox and the rat were approaching the finish line, the rat jumped off the ox's back and secured first place, and the rat naming the first year of the Chinese lunar calendar. The ox then came in second place. So following closely came the tiger, and then the dragon. The dragon, who the Jade Emperor actually thought would have came in first place, actually came fifth, as the friendly dragon helped out the troubled rabbit on its way, who came in fourth. Quickly after the dragon, the horse came galloping. However, as he neared the finish line, he heard a hiss and saw the cold-blooded snake slither past him, securing sixth place. A while after that, since there was no sight of other animals on their way, the Jade Emperor arose from his throne to look into the distance for any signs of other animals. He saw a raft afloat the heavenly rivers carrying the goat, monkey, and chicken. With cooperation, they all managed to traverse the river and secure a place on the calendar. Coming in the 11th place was the dog, who was having difficulties crossing the water and spent a lot of time frolicking in the water. As there was only one place left, everyone became quite anxious to see which animal would cross the line, and they saw the pig, who got hungry on its way and enjoyed a meal before slowly waddling across the finish line, ending the race. As the race ended, the Jade Emperor announced the winners, announcing who had secured a place on the Chinese lunar calendar, and they were the rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, chicken, dog, and pig. As the Jade Emperor announced the results, the cat entered the temple and heard that he did not secure a place on the calendar. With infuriating anger, the cat chased the rat and was never friends again. So that was the story
It'll say how heavy
how
it is
the
in there.
Chinese lunar calendar came about.
Okay, so the both of them are 291 grams, so that's perfect. Yowzers.
Cut it in half, like the video said. And then I'm going to put it in sideways and 1/4 of an inch thick. I don't even know how much 1/4 of an inch is.
It's just an inch, and then 1/4 of an inch is this much. It's thin.
I think mine is smaller than that, but I'm happy.
Yeah. It's like, I think you have to have it around that size so then the marinade can go in. Otherwise, like, you'll have to wait a long time.
Right. But they're not going to be even. I don't think this knife is very
Yeah,
very
it's not
sharp.
that sharp.
Is that how people do it?
Do you have a sharp knife, or do you have a meat
I
knife?
think they're all like quite
Blunt.
blunt.
You know you can sharp it on the back of a ceramic bowl.
Or they have the sharper thing as well.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Or I just
I
have to
don't know
know.
how to use it. It's my problem. I hope this will look nice. It looks really nice. Orange. It's darker than that.
Did you see the recipe online or on YouTube? I think they're more reliable than TikTok. Yeah.
And she got like a million views.
It looks easy to make.
Yeah. Super simple. It's just like you do nothing. Fry it and it's that's one done.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I think if you were by yourself, you'd only eat one breast, really.
Yeah.
One fillet, really. But because you have the three of us, Lanny can take some. Yeah. Yes, eyeball it.
So I'm finally here and Wawa fetched me. So now she's preparing the Chinese New Year dinner. She's making orange chicken right now. And she also prepared some flour there for dumplings later on. Yay! I'm so excited to eat. I'm just watching her for now. But I did have to do the dishes earlier on. Look at her working so hard. But yeah, I'm gonna get fed. I'm really excited for the orange chicken actually.
I am actually as well.
Are you making fish as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some salmon.
Yeah. You wanna say what you're gonna make today?
So
My plan is to make dumplings.
Yeah.
And salmon.
Yeah.
And just orange chicken. And then we'll have it with rice and then a bit of kimchi.
Yum! I'm so excited. Yes, and so she's marinating that chicken now, the orange chicken. Look at her being amazing. Being absolutely amazing. Aww. Keep them separate. It's okay, we can separate them after. Oh. Oh, the batter's going everywhere. You have to double fry them.
Yeah.
Be careful where the yellow is gonna damage and how. It's because they're stuck together.
Yeah.
Do you want to get scissors? Cut them up. Okay, so we're finally finished cooking. Oh my god, that took a while.
Massive project.
Yeah. So do you want to see what we made? I'll show you guys. Look at this. Wow. Okay, so we made pork dumplings, orange chicken, a lemon cheesecake, and rice and kimchi, and some hot chili oil.
Yay!
Are you proud, boy?
Happy Chinese New Year!
Happy Chinese New Year! Happy Chinese New Year! We're gonna go dig in now.